Hey, how y'all doing out there? Back at you again with another video. Today I like to talk about the Note 10 Plus after 6 months of usage. Now I purchased this phone through my carrier in September of last year, and I've had it ever since. And for the most part, I've definitely enjoyed my time with this device. This is my favorite phone out of all the phones that I do have. Clearly my favorite. Now the only issues that I've had is every now and then seem like I don't know if it's the app I'm in or the device itself. The whole screen would just freeze and nothing would work unless I turn the phone off and turn it back on, which I don't. It doesn't do that often, but it has done it a few times. And also when I want to pull down my notification shade and it doesn't come down at all unless I restart the phone, then it works fine. So I don't know what that is, and I don't know if that's going to be like a major issue moving forward. I don't know, but those are only two issues I've had with the phone since I've had it. Other than that, I've had a great experience with the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus. It's my favorite phone by far out of all the phones that I do own. Now, just real quick, there's not going to be no full-blown review. This is just being brief about, the things that I like, things that I don't like about the device, and I'm going to try to make this quickly as possible. All right. First thing I don't like about this device, no headphone jack. You already know how I feel about no headphone jack. No IR blaster, something that Samsung used to put on their phones, but they haven't had one on there since Note 4, but that's something they really should bring back, and I hope they do one day at some point. No case in the box. You're going to pay $1,100 for a device, or even $600. Anything over $500, you can at least give me one case. There are phones out there that are $180 that give you a case. So I don't understand why Samsung can't put at least one clear case in the box. That's not cool. All right, next thing, no iris sensor. That's something that was on the Note 9 that they took off the Note 10 Plus. I don't like that because that was really cool. You could use Samsung Pay with it. You could use, your banking apps and different things with the iris sensor. I love the security. It was very secure. Next thing, no heart rate monitor. Heart rate monitor was on the Note 9. They took it off the Note 10 Plus. I don't like that because I actually used the heart rate monitor. So I don't like the fact that they took it off of the Note 10 Plus. Next thing, power button on the right hand side of the phone. On the left hand side of the phone. I hate that. As you know, most people are right-handed. Not hating on lefties, but Samsung has always put the power button on the right side of the phone. So I don't know what made them put it on the left side. So I don't like that. But at least with the new S series of devices, the S20, the S20 Plus, and the S20 Ultra, they put it back on the right side where it belongs. And also they made it a lot more reachable. Okay. And the last thing, no dongle in the box. However, they do give you a pair of AKG USB Type-C headphones. So, but they still should have gave you a dongle in the box. Think about that price, $1,100. Now, although you can get a Note 10 Plus now for 600, a little over 600, or in some cases less than $600. So the price has dropped dramatically. So if you're thinking about upgrading to this device, this is definitely a device you want to upgrade to because it's definitely worth it. Okay. All right. Now, let me tell you about all the things I do love about this device. I love the build quality. Of course, this phone has Gorilla Glass 6 on the front and back with an aluminum frame. It's also IP68 water and dust resistant. So I love the build quality, and you will love the build quality too. It's a very elegant phone. It's absolutely beautiful, and the design is beautiful. It's pretty much almost a bezel-less display. All you have is that little teeny little punch hole at the top of the screen. That's it. Okay. All right, next thing, you got a 6.8-inch Quad HD Dynamic Infinity O AMOLED display. The display on this phone is absolutely gorgeous. Samsung makes the best panels on any smartphone, and they make smart panels for a lot of companies out there. So they're the best. Love the display. That's probably my favorite thing about this whole device. All right, now also the phone is boxy, it's tall, and it's wide, and I like that. Now for some people, you might not like that because it may be difficult for you to try to use the phone one-handed. So, but they do have a one-handed mode. You can make the screen even smaller if you need to. but I like the fact that it's tall and it's wide because you have more screen real estate, and I love that. All right, this phone is also HDR Plus compliant, which I love. It has the always on display, which I absolutely love. Samsung makes the best always on display in the business. Them and LG makes the best. I love this. You got your time, you got your date, you got your battery percentage now. My phone is currently on Do Not Disturb, so I'm not going to get any notifications at this particular time. And you also have the ultrasonic fingerprint sensor down here at the bottom, which works pretty quickly. If you push it and nail it just right, it comes on pretty fast. All right. Next thing, you got this phone also has facial unlock, which is not the fastest, but it does work. I also like the fact that this phone comes with screen recording and secure folder. Basically, you can record whatever's on that home screen. If you need to make a video or you need to show somebody something, off your phone, you can use screen recording. And also with secure folder, you can put any app that you need to and lock it up and secure it. So nobody, if it's private information, nobody will be able to get to it because you have to use your fingerprint or you have to use a password or a PIN. All right, next thing I love about this phone, it has a 91% screen to body ratio. So you're getting basically all screen except for the little small cutout at the top. Next thing I love about this device, you're getting 256 gigs of internal memory right off the bat. And I love that. And it comes with expandable memory up to 1 terabyte. Then on top of that, it comes with 12 gigs of RAM. So with the 12 gigs of RAM, and I know a lot of people may say that's overkill, but for me, I love it because you can have so many apps running in the background, and then you could go back to them whenever you want, and they'll still be open. You could pick up right where you left off. So I love the fact that it has 12 gigs of RAM. I love that 256 gigs of internal memory, and I love the fact that you can expand it up to 1 terabyte. Love that. Battery life, you're dealing with a 4,300 milliamp battery that comes with 25 watt super fast charging. Now with the 4,300 milliamp battery, you're definitely going to get a full day of battery use easily. Okay, Samsung never said this was a 2-day battery, but you're definitely going to get a full day. Anywhere, my average is between 18 to 21 hours, and I use my phones really, really heavy. But keep in mind, battery life will vary depending on how you use your phone and what kind of user you are. Okay, it's going to vary. All right. Now with the 25 watt super fast charging, it's extremely impressive. You can go from 0 to 100% in 65 minutes and 0 to 70% in 30 minutes. So the charging speeds on this phone are absolutely phenomenal. I mean, even faster than the 30 watt warp charging of the OnePlus 7T Pro, because I've already tested it, and this phone charges faster. Okay, I don't know how that is when it has 5 watts less, but it does. It definitely charges faster than the OnePlus 7T Pro. Next thing, this phone is also capable of 45 watt charging, but you'd have to buy that separately through Samsung's website. Now, be honest with you, I don't think it's even necessary to buy that. It's $50. But I think you'll be fine with the 25 watt charger they give you in the box. You might looking at it getting the phone charged maybe 10 minutes earlier. That's about it. And to me, it's not worth $50 to do that. Next thing, this phone has 18 watt fast wireless charging. So it went from 9 watts all the way up to 18 watts. So you can basically charge this phone from 0 to 100% in just a little over 2.5 hours. Which is impressive because before that, it was like 4 hours. So I love that, okay? All right, next thing. This phone also has reverse wireless charging, meaning I could take another phone that has Qi wireless charging, put it on the back of my phone and give them charge. I could also charge my smartwatch, and I also can charge my earbuds. So I love the fact that this device has reverse wireless charging. I love that, okay? All right. Software, you got the Snapdragon 855 chipset, which is still really fast. So the 865, I'm sure, will be a little faster, but I don't think you're going to really notice the difference all that much between the two, honestly. The 855 is very good. You got the Adreno 640 GPU, all top of the line specs. This phone has been updated to Android 10, and you're also going to get updated to Android 11. It also comes with the Samsung One UI 2.0, which I absolutely love because it comes with tons and tons of features. And if you love features and you're all about having a phone that can do a whole lot, then this is the phone that you want. As far as the software concerned, this phone is still very fast, smooth, with no lag at all. Okay. Next thing, dual stereo speakers. The speakers on this phone are great. They're nice and loud and have really good full sound. Also comes with Dolby Atmos, okay? So these speakers are very loud and they have very good audio quality. Next thing, you also can get Bluetooth dual audio, meaning I could use two different manufacturers as far as Bluetooth components and use two different ones with this device. And I like that. Next thing, you get the AKG USB Type-C headphones in the box, which I love because Samsung has always supplied their phones with headphones, which I love. With the cameras, you got 4 cameras on the rear. You got a 12 megapixel telephoto with optical image stabilization and a 2x optical zoom. You have another 12 megapixel wide angle dual pixel with OIS, and you got a 16 megapixel ultra wide lens. Ultra wide lens is awesome because you can get way more in the picture. And also you got the 3D time of flight sensor on the back. And on the front, you have the 10 megapixel selfie camera with wide angle dual pixels. Now I'm gonna tell you right now, the photos that you get off this phone are absolutely phenomenal. They're great. Not better than Pixel, but they right up there. I mean, they're top 3 in my opinion. I mean, the photo quality is awesome. Even the front-facing camera has definitely improved. Definitely. So you're going to love the cameras on this device, in my opinion. Unless you're a person that's in photography, like deep into photography. But if you're the average consumer, you're going to love the cameras on this phone. All right. Now, with the rear cameras, you can shoot in 1080p. And you can shoot in 4K at 30, 60, and 240 frames per second. With the front camera, you can only record at 1080p at 30 frames per second. But I heard that there's a software update that's coming where you'll be able to shoot 1080p at 60 frames per second, and that'll be cool. And also what I like about this device that's different from the Note 9, you can shoot in 4K for an unlimited amount of time as opposed to 5 minutes or 10 minutes on the Note 9. All right. Next thing, you got your apps edge, which you got your edge panels and your edge lightings. So here you got your edge panels, and I love these because they're very useful. They come in handy, and I love them. Okay, some people don't use these, but I use them, and they're very handy. Okay, and the edge lighting, basically when you get a notification, all the borders around the phone will light up. And I like that. Okay. All right. Next thing, you got Samsung Pay. Now, I love Samsung Pay because you can basically use that anywhere. Just take your phone, put it up against where you use your debit card or your credit card, and it'll register. I love that. Okay. Samsung Pay is a total win. All right. Next thing, you got your lock screen wallpapers. Now, I'm going to show you that. I like these. So every time you turn your phone off, you turn it back on, here's your wallpapers right there. You're going to get a different looking wallpaper. Now, I have this set for like food, but you can use like 3 different, I think they got about 4 or 5 different photo modes you can use. But I got it set for food because I just like the way the pictures look. But I love this lock screen wallpaper. It's really cool. All right. Alrighty. Next thing, you got Dex. Now, I have not used Dex on this phone as yet because I don't really use my desktop computer all that often. But it is Dex compatible, and basically you could turn your phone into a desktop computer. So Dex is a go as well. And the last thing, you got the S Pen. Of course, you got screen off memo. You got different colors with that. You got the S Pen is also Bluetooth and has air gestures, meaning I can control my camera with the S Pen. I can control my media with the S Pen. I could take pictures with the S Pen. I could do a lot of things with this S Pen. It's just absolutely awesome. And the S Pen is what separates this phone from any other phone on the market. Okay, that's why they call it a Note, because of that S Pen. But if you're the type of person that don't need it, then I would say go with the S series line, like the S10 or even the S9, if you want to pay even less money. But in my 6 months with this device, I absolutely love this device, and it stays in my pocket all the time. It's definitely my main phone. It never comes out of my pocket. Now, I have a second line that I switch out other phones with, but my Note has to stay in my pocket at all times. First of all, I just love the size of that screen. I love that display, and I love those speakers and the battery life and the cameras. I just love it and all the features that come with it. So if you're considering this phone, even coming from the Note 9, it's definitely worth the upgrade. But if all those things that I talked about is not that big of a deal to you, then stick with your Note 9, because there's nothing wrong with it. And it does have the latest version of Android, even though it won't get 11, but it does have Android 10, and that phone also runs fast and buttery smooth. And you still got the headphone jack, the iris sensor, and you still have the heart rate monitor. So can't go wrong with either one. But just to say again, I love my Note 10 Plus, and after 6 months, I'm very, very happy with this purchase. So that's just my review of the Note 10 Plus after 6 months of usage. I hope you found this video helpful. Just want to say thank you to all my subscribers, and to anyone else that's not a subscriber, just thank you for taking the time to view this content. All right, I'll check you guys out in the next one, and stay safe and God bless. Peace.